On a bright morning, an elderly professor walked into the classroom and announced a surprise test. Upon hearing about this unannounced exam, an unusual restlessness spread among the students. Some felt a wave of anxiety, while others grew curious, wondering what the test might entail. The professor asked everyone to remain calm and began distributing white sheets of paper face down. He set one condition. No one is allowed to turn the sheet over until everyone has received one. Once the last student had been handed their paper, he gave them permission to look at it. To their complete bewilderment, the students saw that there were no questions or paragraphs on the paper. The entire sheet was perfectly white, except for a tiny black dot positioned exactly in the center. The professor said, "Your task today is to write in detail about exactly what you see on this paper." Though confused, the students began to follow the instructions. Each student wrote from their own perspective about the black dot. Some described its shape, some wrote about its position, and others tried to find a deeper imaginary meaning behind it. When the time was up, the professor collected all the papers and stood before the class to read them aloud, one by one. It turned out that almost every single student had written a lengthy description of the small black dot site's location, its size, and why it was there in the middle of the white page. After reading all the papers, a pin-drop silence fell over the classroom. The professor smiled and said, "I am not going to grade anyone for this test. However, I wanted to teach you a significant truth about life." You all saw the white paper in front of you. Yet not a single one of you mentioned the vast white space in your writing. Everyone's total focus was on that tiny black dot. He explained further, "Our lives are exactly like this sheet of paper. The canvas of life is vast and filled with countless possibilities, represented by the white space. Nature refreshes us. Family and friends protect us. We have our livelihoods, and even the simple joy of being alive is a massive blessing. But what do? We spend our days and nights obsessing over the black dots, our problems, illnesses, lack of money, or the pain of not getting what we want." The professor continued, "These small sorrows or failures in life are actually insignificant compared to the vast blessings we have. Yet, we exhaust all our energy and mental peace focusing on those dots. From today, if we can change our perspective, if we look at the vast white space or the positive aspects instead of the black totally, then will we find true happiness." The students realized that there were so many things around them to be grateful for that they had been ignoring. The professor taught them that no lack in life should overshadow the joy of what they already have. We find the true value of our abundance when we see the struggles of others. For instance, seeing someone homeless makes us realize how fortunate we are to have a roof over our heads. Or seeing the struggle of a blind person helps us understand the true value of our sight. At the end of the story, the professor gave a powerful message. Negative aspects will always exist in your life, but do not let them dominate your entire existence. Appreciate the large and bright parts, just like the white space. Live in such a way that your life becomes a beacon of inspiration for others.